again a very warm welcome to my class 12 student. So student, we are left out with the galvanometer because already I have completed the Wheatstone bridge and its application. Clear? So we will let us start the topic galvanometer. So what is galvanometer, student? It is a device. It is a device which used to measure the small amount of current flowing in a circuit. Clear to you? So but we are constructing the two things through the galvanometer, student. One is the ammeter and another is voltmeter. So how you can create an ammeter or how you can create a voltmeter? By the help of galvanometer. So suppose if I will connect any shunt resistor or shunt wire, also we are telling. What is shunt wire, student? A wire with low resistance. Okay, so suppose I will attach one wire parallel to a galvanometer, then I can create, so this shunt resistor can be connected parallel to galvanometer to create a ammeter. Clear to you? So let us see the diagram. Suppose I have taken one wire, okay, I is the amount of current flowing through it, and one galvanometer is already attached here. Clear to you? So parallelly, if I will connect one shunt resistance or shunt wire, you can say a simple wire which having low resistance parallelly to the galvanometer. So if I is the amount of current flowing, student, and here is the point, so you know at the point where current divides. So suppose here is the current Ig and here I minus Ig, because you know sum of these two should be I. Okay, sum of two will be I. So now your aim is to find out what is the value of resistance in a shunt. Okay, so let us check it out. First you have to remember, student, potential difference across the galvanometer should be equal to the potential difference across the shunt. Okay, so this is the concept which you have to remember. And if you want to remember the definition and the ammeter, what is that? It is a device which is used to measure the small deflection of current throughout the circuit. Clear? The simple definition I have given to you. What is ammeter? It is a device which measures the current through a given circuit. Clear? So let us focus on the derivation. Potential difference across the galvanometer is how, student? You know potential difference, that is V of galvanometer should be V of shunt should be equal. So according to Ohm's law, you know what is that? V equal to IR, student. So galvanometer I is nothing but Ig. Potential of galvanometer is nothing but we will consider as capital G. The current in the shunt is I minus Ig, and the resistance in the shunt we have considered as S. Okay, so what is the value of, student, R, right? Because you can take what is the value of S, anything your wish, because if you want to find out the shunt resistance, let us check it out. IgG is equal to Is minus IGS. So keep this side. What is that? IgG plus IGS is equal to Is. Take common Ig common, G plus S is Is. So what is S, student? Nothing but what is S? Which one I can take? S, I can find it the S, right? Something we have done mistake. No, it is I minus Ig, S Is minus Is plus Is. So which one I can take? Shunt as I have done so long, it is very easily we can get the answer, student, because 2 again I can be taken as like this. So I can change that term like this. Which one? 2 unknown resistance. Okay, because here shunt is again an unknown resistance, we cannot take unknown resistance here, right? So what I will do, I will move again here only. What I have to do, here I can do a shortcut. Instead of taking any common, student, what shall I take? Here I can take just S is nothing but Ig, I minus Ig into which one I can take? Into capital G, right? So this is the shunt resistance which you can find out. And if you want to find out the current, that also do what I have done here, because without this, student, this is also right, but here my aim is to find out the current. So if you first you have to find out the shunt. If you are finding out the shunt, see that process what I have taken here, what I can take, see Ig G plus S, that is IS, and finally you can find R. I is how much? IG. What is the value of I, student? What is the value of I? That is which one I can take, my dear student? IG. So I will find IG. So IG is nothing but IS by G plus S. But before going to find out the current, you should remember that first you have to find out the shunt resistance. Without shunt resistance you cannot get this value, because here galvanometer resistance also, shunt resistance also. So one term should be unknown. So here if I will get the shunt resistance, finally I can get the current in the galvanometer. Any two things you can get. Okay, in the examination either they will tell you to find the current in the galvanometer, everything should be given, and either they can tell you to find out the shunt resistance. Okay, so what is the application, student, of the shunt? It uses to prevent a galvanometer from big damage, because it does not allow high flow of large current. Okay, it stop the large flow of current in the galvanometer. And second thing is that we can very easily, we have created galvanometer into ammeter by the help of shunt. So sometimes shunt application they used to ask, what is the application of shunt, student? It is used to create a ammeter, because without shunt you cannot create an ammeter, student, because you have to connect shunt parallel to it. Clear to you? Okay, now we will move to the second topic. What is that, student? What is voltmeter? Now what is voltmeter, student? Voltmeter is a device which is used to measure the small potential difference across throughout the circuit. Okay, for measuring the potential difference. Clear? So how we can measure the potential difference, student? This is a two difference. To create ammeter we have to connect shunt parallelly, or to create a voltmeter we will connect shunt in series. Okay, in series. Let us create, suppose one I have taken, one galvanometer I have taken, now one shunt resistor I will taking like this. Okay, so this terminal you take as A, this terminal you take it as B. Now you consider this part only. Okay, so this is the shunt resistance which I can take R, student. This is the galvanometer. The amount of current flowing through the galvanometer is IG. It is very clear. Okay, now your aim is to find out again the unknown resistance. So you can find out like this. So what is that? IG is equal to V by R, and V is nothing but V is R plus G. G is the resistance in the galvanometer, R is the resistance in the shunt. Okay, and IC is the amount of current flowing through the galvanometer. So through this you can find out current, okay, in the galvanometer. Or if you want to find the resistance in the shunt, you take like this, that is R plus G is equal to V by IG. So your R is nothing but V by IG minus G. This is the second method. Okay, so this is the part which you have to understand. So now we will move to the topic potentiometer. Now we will start the topic potentiometer. So let us focus on potentiometer. Potentiometer. What is a potentiometer, student? It is a device. Please remember, it is a device used to measure the unknown EMF. It is a device to measure the unknown EMF or potential difference, okay, accurately. So normally we are doing like this, that principle of potentiometer is that when a constant, so please remember the principle, because this is a shortcut which always come in examination. What is the principle? That is, the basic principle is when a constant current flow through a wire of uniform cross sectional area, okay, and the potential difference across, or you can write potential better, potential drop means decreasing across any length of wire is directly proportional to its length. Means in the simple form, if I will tell you that B is equal to IR, just imagine, and IR is always, you know, R is equal to wire, rho L by A. So here what you will see is when current, rho, A all are constant, only changing is B is directly proportional to the length of the wire. Okay, and other terms we will take it as constant, means K I can take, I, rho, A is taken as constant. So according to the potentiometer principle, B is directly proportional to R. Clear to you? Now if you will draw the graph, student, what is that? B versus L, you always remember the graph should be straight because it directly depend upon the length. So potential difference directly proportional to length. Now I will tell you the application of potentiometer, student. Potentiometer. So what is the application of potentiometer, student? Two application. One is to measure EMF and another is to measure the resistance. Means you can take internal resistance, basically it is taken as internal resistance. So how we can measure the potential difference or internal resistance in a potentiometer? So first of all, you have to remember some basic concept of potentiometer. Suppose this is a potential and this is the potential of the given wire. Okay, B is the potential difference of a given wire. Clear to you? Now what I will do, I will connect one cell. This is the cell which I have connected. Clear to you? This cell is connected to the wire. Some has unknown resistance, internal resistance R. So this is the internal resistance of a cell. Okay, this cell is connected to one galvanometer and galvanometer is connected to a jockey. Clear to you? Very simple. And always remember that we have to first see the null deflection. What is the null deflection, student? It already I have told you where the point where you will keep the jockey, where jockey while putting the jockey or some point where galvanometer stop deflecting it remain constant. That is a null deflection. But to know whether the connection is right or wrong, one thing you remember that the EMF of cell, this EMF is always less than potential difference of wire, which is this one. Suppose by mistake if EMF of cell is greater than V, then galvanometer will show no deflection, means your connection is wrong. Clear? So whenever you are connecting the circuit, you should remember that, student, this potential difference will be greater than the battery or the cell which you have connected in a circuit. Clear? Then only you will show the deflection. Clear? Now let us check it out. The formula is simple. My aim to find out the EMF of this cell. How I can find out? Suppose the length of the wire is L. This is the length of the wire is L. So formula is very simple. That is V by L into X. What is X, student? The distance where it show a null deflection. This is a position from suppose AJ. Okay, AJ. So AJ is considered as X. So VL into X is equal to your EMF, or you can write potential difference of the wire by potential difference of the cell is equal to length of the wire by null deflection by shown by the wire. Clear? So this condition is very much important. So how you can see the circuit right or wrong? By seeing this one only, that EMF of the cell is always less than the potential difference of the wire. Now I will show you very simple problems through which you can able to solve the question. This is the student wire. This is the resistance of the wire. A long wire I have connected. With one cell is I have connected. Again one galvanometer is connected. Okay. With one jockey is connected. Point A, J, B. This long distance, suppose this distance I can take it as 4.6 centimeter. Okay. The wire length AB is 10 meter, centimeter, it is take you meter. So this is also you will take 4.6 meter. Okay. Then this is resistance 2 ohm wire. This is cell 48 volt. Now you check it out. This is you don't know. Okay. So your answer should be less than 48 if you want to find out the EMF of the cell. Now see the answers here. Let us solve the answer. You know the formula. What is that? E is equal to V by L. V is the voltage or potential difference of the wire, that is 44. Length of the wire is how much? What is that? Length of the wire is how much? It very simple, you will get it is 10 centimeter. Total AB is what I have taken, 10 meter. Okay, this much leave it. Then we know the formula, E is equal to B by L into X. So our aim is to find out, student, what is that? V, Ohm's law, right? V by L into X. I don't know the X. If you know the X very easily, you can put the value as, what is that? Let us check it out. First I have to measure the total resistance. Okay, so E is equal to V by L. I know this part is over. Then I will go to the resistance in the wire, that is V is equal to IR. V is equal to IR. I is how much? I is how much? V is equal to IR, right? So R is equal to B by I. Which one is unknown for me? I, right? So I is equal to B by R. So total potential in the wire is 48. Total resistance is how much, student? Suppose this wire resistance is 10 ohm. So 10 ohm plus 2 ohm. This is the resistance of this cell. So total is 12. So 48 by 12 is how much? It is 4 ohm, right? 4 ampere over. So this is the current I got is at 4 ampere. Okay. Now potential difference on the wire is V equal to IR. I is my 4 and my resistance in the wire is how much? Check it out. Wire resistance is 10 ohm. So 4 into 10 is 40 ohm. Clear? Now E is equal to B by L into X. Your total potential in the is 40. Total length is 10 and X is 4.6. Now you will get as answer like this. Clear? Understood? Now suppose, in very simply I will tell you one mistake which I can do. Suppose here in place of 48 is this one. Suppose I have written my EMF is 54 volt. Now you see the EMF is 54 and this is 48. So this circuit is completely wrong, because what is the rule? Your EMF should be less than the potential difference of a wire. Understood? So this basic concept you will remember. Clear to you? Now student, we will move to the internal resistance. For internal resistance, student, you have to see this diagram carefully. See, this is the battery. This is the one circuit which you have to remember. This is a total potentiometer. Okay, this is one battery. This is the key. This is the rheostat. Separately, I have connected this cell which EMF E. Key this one. This is the galvanometer. What I have shown you. This is the down part. See, this is the down part attachment. Clear? And this is the potentiometer. Now your aim is to find out the internal resistance. Clear? What is the internal resistance? Let us find out. Okay, so as I know, what is that? First if I will move my jockey, student, let's suppose I know my cell what I have connected is equal to KL1. Okay, KL1 means suppose the distance which I can move from one point to another is KL1. Now if I have connected this battery to a potentiometer, right? When you have connected this battery to a potentiometer, so what is that? V is equal to KL2, right? So E by B is how much? L1 by L2. Clear? This much you know very well what I have done in last point. Now you will apply that. Let the internal resistance R of the cell. Cell means the thing which you have connected here. This I will show you. Suppose this one. This is the cell EMF E, and which one diagram I have done for you, right? Let us check it out. Yeah, this diagram you will understand carefully. This is the internal resistance. This is the cell, student. This is the internal resistance. So my aim is to find out the internal resistance of a cell. So now suppose R is a cell, have internal resistance R. Okay, so according to Ohm's law, what is that? E is equal to IR, right? R is how much? Resistance of a wire plus resistance of a battery, internal resistance. Okay, so this is over. After this we know E by B is equal to R plus R by R. That I can divide according to Ohm's law, B equal to IR. You know that if you will split up this term, you will get the answer. Clear? So you can write E is equal to IR, and we know that B is equal to also IR. Now you can divide this equation. E by B, IR will be cancelled. You will get like this. Then after that, E by B is equal to R plus small r by R, and E by B is nothing but L1 by L2. Clear? Now you solve this too, student. What is that? 1 plus small r by capital R is L1 by L2. Okay. So small r by capital R is L1 minus L2 minus 1. So nothing but small r is L1 minus L1 by L2 minus 1 into capital R. So this is the internal resistance through a potentiometer. Okay. I hope so, student, you have understood the concept of current and electricity. Please try to solve all the example which is given in your textbook. Okay. And if any doubt, you please ask. Thank you so much. And student, one thing also I will tell you, to a very simple question related to the ammeter and voltmeter. Normally they used to in the examination. Simple formula is there, that is application part. They will tell you to find out current or electricity, or current or unknown resistor. Okay, thank you so much.